Good morning. How are you today? Let me pull this down so you can hear me. It is cold here, and but it is sunny. So it's sunny and cold, and it's windy as hell. So what can we expect in our upcoming election? Who out there is climbing the walls, wanting to know, wanting to have it over, wanting it done once and for all? Who isn't, I suppose, is the real question. The incidents that we've seen, these kind of, brown shirts, Trump's brown shirts, the people who go out and cause incidents. The incidents themselves don't seem to be very close to actually voting. They're acts of intimidation to discourage people from participating, I think. And in doing so, they hope to suppress the vote of Democrats or Republicans against Trump and so forth. The reaction that I was concerned about was whether or not the police function would kick in, or that they would ally themselves with these thugs. And I'm glad to see that the police are investigating the matters and looking into it. There are really two kinds of police, and I've met them both. They are the peace officers, and they're the finest. They care about the community. They enforce the law. They're not going to use violence. They're not going to make something up. And there are a lot of them. And then there are, they're the Nazis. And we've seen them in some of these actions across the country. But we've also seen a lot of the peace officers pushing back. And I think we're seeing the peace officers pushing back now on these demonstrations. Many years ago, when I was a federal prosecutor, during federal elections, and there was one presidential election in particular, I was on duty should there have been any complaints in New York City or the entire district about campaign violations. And I can tell you I did nothing but look at cases for the prosecutions I was involved in. I didn't get a single call in New York about an instance of intrusion or interference with the election. So there's that. Now, as for people who are still looking at the polls and wondering what's going on, I do think Biden's in a very good shape. I think he can win. I think he will win. And I think he'll win despite this kind of criminal behavior. And if you want to look for numbers that are reassuring, don't listen to the commentators. Go to 538. I think it's 538.com. And drill down to their various scales. And what I see is incremental improvements in a variety of battleground states and the national poll that favor Biden. And if you read that, you'll be encouraged that this election is going the right way. And as for the people who haven't voted, who will vote on election day, I don't have any sense what the proportion will be, but I do think there's going to be a strong will to throw this bum out. And I think we'll see very good numbers on election day as well. And the reason that's important is because Trump hopes that he'll have what they call a red mirage. In some places, the Republican vote comes in early, and it looks like the Republicans are winning. And then when the Democratic vote comes in more slowly, they lose. That's happened in Arizona in past elections and elsewhere. So I wonder if we're going to see a red mirage. And if the Democratic votes, and this is what Trump is counting on, are only to be found in the mail-in ballots, I think we're going to see a balance on election day in which Democrats are voting on election day. I'm hoping in the same proportions as they did in the mail-in ballots. So, kick back, try to take it easy, get out and freeze a little bit, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.